Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Why Are We Like That podcast. What's up, everybody? It's officially spooky month, and we are here. Almost fucked it up, didn't we? We almost missed it.
Almost.
What
the
is
day
up,
after
everybody?
the recording, we remembered.
How are you two doing? I'm hyped. It's spooky month. All times for scary.
Fuck yeah, it makes my nipples hard.
I can finally hang from a rope with an excuse.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And no one's gonna judge me for it. I get to be a lawn decoration. Fuck yeah. No, I'm
Hunter saw Trick or Treat and was like, I want to be that. Sam! You got a hot dog, buddy?
What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, are you guys excited?
Oh yeah.
For what we're calling Nightmare Nights. And I'm doing this because we're gonna put something right there.
It would have been better if you didn't explain it and it just happened.
All right, we're gonna cut that up. Are you guys excited for Nightmare Nights?
Nah, it didn't feel organic.
Fuck you guys.
That wasn't organic.
You're not organic.
Just trying to be
I know.
fun.
I'm just processed foods.
Just trying to do
too
some
many
fucking
GMOs.
festive bullshit, and you fucks.
No, I'm excited. October is my favorite month of the year. I mean, it's got so much going on with my birthday, our anniversary, Halloween, and with the kid, it makes Halloween so much better.
You actually get to go trick or treating.
Well, I don't get candy. I just walk around with her and
Nah, fuck it,
yeah.
go get candy.
no.
You get to go through it again when you're kid this time.
Yeah. This year, me and Lindsay are dressing up, and we're all like dressing up and going out. Delilah is going to be Princess Peach, and then I'm going to be Tony Soprano, and Lindsay's going to be Carmela from The Sopranos.
How the fuck are you not gonna be like Bowser? What the fuck?
Because we were going to do something else, and Spirit Halloween doesn't sell a 4XL Bowser costume, but Walmart sells 4XL tracksuits, so...
Lazy.
Lazy? Oh, yeah, let me just cut off fucking 100 pounds.
Nah, you could have easily found it as somewhere else. You gotta commit with your daughter, Ty.
Oh, yeah. No, we were going to do the Bluey family and bring Penny with us to be one of the dogs or whatever. But no, she saw the pink dress and just fucking lost her mind.
Nice. Well,
we already started our, tradition of... Shut up. We started our tradition already of watching scary movies and shit pretty much every day throughout the month and everything. I just watched Exorcism of Emily Rose.
how was
for
it?
the first time. It's good. It's not a bad movie. It's a very good movie, but it's not scary. As a kid, I was always told left and right, oh, it's so scary. Even Lindsay was like, it's got some scary stuff in it, but it's mostly about the legal proceedings because it's based off of the case of Annalise Michel
Right.
and all that. Mm-hmm. But it's mostly focusing on like how the father was, the priest or whatever was tried in court for negligent manslaughter or whatever. Because she like died of malnourishment and all that stuff.
Yep.
It was mostly about that. It was like watching a weird episode, a Halloween episode of Law and Order.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. What about you guys?
We have yet to start our scary movie marathon. We are fucking up on that. But
before we get into the horror movies that we're going to watch, because I know we have a couple lined up,
We do.
I told you about this last night. I finally watched Starship Troopers.
And what did you think?
Not gonna lie, there's a couple parts that were just really fucking unsettling. But the fact that oh my god, I can never remember his name, but the fucking sergeant. He plays
Radchak?
No, like Clay something. Is it Clay something?
Radchak's Roughnecks. Ooh.
That was a cool one where like they started as like Radchaks and then later were Rico's Roughnecks.
Yeah, after Radchak died.
And like the guy that hated him, like stepped up and was like Rico's Rednecks. Clancy Brown.
Okay.
The fact that Clancy Brown was in it, I fucking love Clancy Brown.
You know the big goofy guy has the buck teeth and everything, gets his hand impaled on the wall. That's Gary Busey's son.
Really?
Yeah, it looks just like him. He's not as insane, but yeah.
Fuck Carmen. Worst character
Carmen's
in the movie.
a bitch. God, thank you. God, I hate that bitch. She's such an asshole.
Alex
Such an asshole.
Like, I fucking hate you too.
She should have got eaten by the brain sucker and not the other captain guy.
That was arguably the most unsettling thing for me.
Dude, when I was a kid, that scared the shit out of me. It was so fucked.
Yeah.
But it's got some badass action sequences in it, huh? Mm-hmm. You could see where like Helldivers and all those things got their inspiration from.
Yeah, I was talking to Lath about that. Like that, I saw the exact inspiration.
Yeah, they even look a lot like them too.
Yeah, I know. Me and Alex probably have a couple horror movies lined up. He has one that he's been trying to get me to watch. I don't remember what it was called though. It's the one on it's the one on Amazon Prime.
There's a lot
or
on
HBO
Amazon.
Max.
That's where we watched the new Salem's Lot, and we saw that they just overhauled their entire app with horror movies. The new Salem's Lot, it's good. It's not bad. It's not cheesy and corny like the original that came out a while ago.
Is it scary?
It's got some fucky parts in it. It really does.
See that.
It's mostly the imagery. It's hard for me to get scared by like vampires and this and that. But
the movie I really want to see and is on our list. I'll have to rent it just so we can watch it. I want to see Long Legs. I heard it was great.
I want to watch that one.
Me and Lindsay want to see that too. We just haven't.
I heard it was great and actually scary.
Yeah.
It's got Nicolas Cage in it, so of course it's going to be scary.
I saw his makeup. I did see the makeup for how he looks in the movie. Can't tell it's even him.
You know which one I was excited to see, never did, but I heard was terrible? Barbarian, I think it was called. No, was it good?
That one's a good one. It's got a weird twist, man. It's wild.
I unfortunately know the twist.
So if you know the twist before you go in it, it's not. There's one that just came out, See No Evil or whatever it's called. It's a American remake of I think it's an Italian film originally. Mm-hmm. I saw the original back when it first came out.
That's the one with James McAvoy, right?
Yeah. The new ones with James McAvoy in it.
He plays a good psychopath.
Yeah, you saw him in Split, right?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he was really good in that. That was so fucking unsettling.
I never got to watch that movie. I was supposed to go out with a friend, but
it's another.
Yeah, when it came out.
So good. He did such a great job.
Me and a friend of mine were supposed to, back in high school, we're supposed to go out and see it, and we never did.
Another great movie, Black Phone.
Black Phone was
I never
great.
saw that, but I always heard, it's so good. They did a maze for it at Universal or something like that. But I saw the trailers and I saw people reviewing it, and I'm like, it just doesn't seem.
So, I mean, this is my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt, but me and Hunter went and saw it, and we loved it. I thought it did a very good job of taking the psychopath killer, kidnapper movie and putting a really good twist on it.
Well, and in my opinion, there was only, I think, one jump scare from what I can remember, which I was immediately happy about, the fact that there was only ever one. But it did really good about keeping this like almost unsettling, like uneasiness,
the suspense,
keeping you unnerved.
And like
the psychological horror. Yeah.
I've noticed, especially recently, because we've talked about it before on here several times and on and off the podcast. We mentioned it.
Sorry, real quick. I noticed this shadow was moving, and I was like, "What the absolute fuck is behind me?"
Scaring the shit out of yourself.
Yeah,
Alex, if you look right here for you, like right
on
above
your
your
bed,
where your flag is, it looks like an eye that's slightly over, like all the way at the edge of your screen.
Right where your finger is, there just looks right like there. A baby ghost on the bed.
It does look like a baby ghost.
Where do you see an eye?
It looks like an eye that's like starting to open.
Oh.
There's a baby ghost.
But I know we've mentioned it a bunch of times. James Wan, amazing. He made jump scares good again. And then everyone jumped on the bandwagon of making scary movies with just a shit ton of jump scares in it. And I just hate that shit. Yep. So I started getting more into like psychological horror and
they stick with you a lot more.
Yeah, they really fuck you up. Like Hereditary, I will sing the praises of that fucking movie until I die. It is so good. Caught me completely fucking off guard when me and Lindsay watched it. And the fact that everything hits the fucking fan in the last 5-10 minutes of the movie, it's so good. It's so good. Have you seen that one yet?
I need to watch it. It's on my list.
I didn't realize James Wan made my favorite movie,
which is
was in the production of Dead Silence.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to say his first like full control movie was Saw. I want to say that was his first one. I don't know if it was, but I know he did that one.
See,
I'm glad he went away from that though.
That's a movie saga I could never get into.
I fucking hate torture porn. I hate it.
Okay. I like Saw not for the reason that like you would think. I like watching the contraptions. I don't like watching all the torture porn of it. But I like seeing all the like Ruth Goldberg machines and how they work.
It's very imaginative on how that stuff's done. That part's cool. But if your movie just consists of people mutilating themselves in horrific ways, I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that part.
That's why I didn't like the movie Hostel either.
That's also why I love the movie Final Destination.
Yeah, the Rube Goldberg fucking
it's not
ways they
as
die.
Gory. I mean, it's still pretty gory, but like it was like these Ruth Goldberg of like this one thing tips over and this like, and it was very intriguing to be like, oh, that's how they die.
That one movie series made me completely
it scarred a generation
and horrified of a single medical practice.
Which one?
Acupuncture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I refuse to go to acupuncture now. No, I know it might never happen, but the fact that it could exist and like, nope. I never like fully finished it, but even I'm still terrified of log trucks.
Oh yeah. That was the first one I saw as a kid. In living up in NorCal, those trucks are up and down the highway all the time. So it freaked me the fuck out as a kid.
You know what movie scared me? Not for the fact that it was actually scary. From what I remember, it was kind of actually scary. But the movie is called One Missed Call, which I don't know if any of you have you seen it?
I've never heard of it.
Okay, so for you, Hunter, and the audience, the concept is it's one missed call. So you get a missed call on your phone, it leaves a voicemail, and it's a ringtone you've never heard before. And then you listen to the voicemail, and it's you screaming while you're dying. And it has, like, the date that you're going to die.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
it came out the same time as, around the same time as The Ring.
No, way after. Way after.
No, it had to have been right after The Ring, because The Ring, they got inspiration from The Ring for the movie.
Which one are you looking up, Hunter?
So One Missed Call came out in 2008, and The Ring came out in 2002. So 6 years after The Ring.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I know my horror movies. Anyway, but the reason it was so scary was because I was watching it with my cousins at the time, and they were like older brothers to me. And we paused the movie. I decided to go to the bathroom. And what I didn't know is they had the ringtone. And so they put it on my phone and called my phone. And so by the time I walked out, all I heard was that ringtone. And they picked up my phone and they like looked at each other. And then they looked at me and said, "Alex, it's your phone." Dude, I fucking cried so hard. Because it's 2008, so I was like, what, 12, 13? I was just like fucking bawling. I don't want to die. Please. Don't play the voicemail.
That sounds like them, honestly.
I saw The Ring, like my who was it? It was my sperm donor. He was like, "No, you're not watching this. It's going to scare you. You're too young to watch this." I'm like, "No, I want to see it. I want to see it." And so, in secret, I watched it, and he found out, and then he would just like walk by me in the hall. "You're going to die in 7 days."
That's fucked up.
He had like a scary mask with like long hair, and he'd flip the hair over it and like walk down the hall. I was a little ass kid, so it scared the shit out of me. Looking back on it, it's funny, but
the only unfortunate thing he didn't do is he didn't call your the home landline and be like 7 days.
7 days.
No, what if he didn't care about like carpet damage or something? What you do is you get your feet wet and you go stand at the end. You go stand at the edge of your bed and then be like, "Ty, what the fuck is those wet footprints?" Please, we gotta put her in the well.
This bitch is messing up my floors. Those movies get a bad rep, but I think they're fucking awesome. Good. They're so funny. The first few.
Wait, okay, so let me ask you this. How can you love Scary Movie but hate Cabin in the Woods?
What do you mean?
You said you
like
hated the Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods? Because I get it's a satirical take on all of it, but it's not a comedy. Those movies are a spoof.
Have you seen some of the piece? Chris Hemsworth's death is pretty fucking funny.
His death was hilarious. Just
all that build up. It's like epic music too.
He just explodes. Yeah, that part was funny. But no, it's not. It's not a comedy movie, so I never really.
With Cabin in the Woods, I literally looked at Alice because the bird flies into the force field in the beginning. I looked at him and said, "He's gonna fucking die, ain't he?" Alex looked and said, "Watch."
It's the best part of the whole movie. It's one of the only movies I've ever seen with him in it where he dies.
Although I love the pothead, he's my favorite character.
Those are also movies I could never get into. Like, I tried watching one of the streams. I just am not a huge fan of the slasher movies.
Oh, I like the slasher movies.
I watched Nightmare on Elm Street with Alex. Alex had me watch it when I was younger. Terrified me to go to sleep.
Number 2 is the best. I think.
Well, unfortunately, I showed Hunter the most current one, and honestly, it such ass. I feel like it defeated the purpose of Freddy Krueger. Like, Freddy Krueger, yes, was he scary? 100%. But he was more of that, like, he's like what I imagine Art the Clown is now in today's generation. That serial killer that's out to fuck with you from Terrifier.
From Terrifier.
Like, he was there to purely fuck with you and then kill you, whereas like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake really hammered home the fact that he was a pedophile for some reason.
Yeah, they really drove the point home on the fact that
already know. Like, it wasn't like, okay,
it's like, hey guys, remember he liked to fuck kids, and you're like, hey, we know. 5 minutes later, hey, did you remember he likes children? Yes, we know.
And I feel
movie.
like the scariness or the comedic factor of his kills wasn't there.
Yeah. You can run, but you can't hide, bitch.
The only one I want to watch, just because like I don't like the idea of like the slasher that's just a human that's killing to kill. Like I like the idea of like, from what I've seen of it, I've never seen the movies, but like Friday the 13th, I think they are. Is that Jason Voorhees?
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that.
I've never been a big fan
Friday
of
the
any of
13th.
them, honestly.
As a kid, I loved them. As an adult, I still love them. They're just a classic for me.
I
it's
never
not
got
like
into
they
them.
scare me. None of them scare me. They're just fun. Like they're fun movies to watch. Be like, ooh, kind of thing.
Now, I did like the games, like Friday the 13th, the game and stuff. That was super fun. But just watching them never really did anything for me. Like, I don't think I've ever been into like slasher movies for the most part. Like, there's a couple here and there that I'm like, oh, that was good. Like Black Phone. But even that had a lot of spiritual and like demonic and like paranormal side to it, and I think that's what I've always cared more for, is the paranormal.
That's the stuff I like, is the demonic, the paranormal, the supernatural.
And I'm on the opposite end, where I think regular people are scarier than ghosts and demonic stuff, mostly because I'm just a huge skeptic.
I mean,
I don't believe in all of that.
Like
so
Friday the 13th's idea the best, because isn't Jason like supernatural and
he's kind of like a zombie? Yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
It's never really explained how he's alive.
Yeah, it's kind of just one of those things where he
just keeps coming back.
Exists.
He just keeps coming back. He never
died. I'm not a big fan of Halloween. I never really cared for Michael Myers. Especially because he's like this human.
Mike Myers?
Michael Myers is an actor. Yes, Michael Myers.
I said Michael Myers.
Yeah, I was telling. Could you imagine Mike Myers? Yeah, baby, yeah. And then he just stabs you a bunch.
Do I make you bloody, baby?
Is that who Mike Myers is?
Yes.
Yeah. He's the voice.
He's
of
also
Shrek
played Shrek.
I've never seen Austin Powers, so I would have never known that.
Great movies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They're shitty movies, but they're fucking funny as hell.
They're so bad they're funny kind of thing.
But no, like Michael Myers, like I'm not a fan of like he's human, but he's not, and like he's always coming back. And
so the first two movies are really good. I like those ones a lot because he's just a psycho that puts on the same gear and goes out and he's just trying to kill Laurie. The movies after it are kind of dipping into the waters of like how Jason is, where he's supernatural and all this, and he's actually fulfilling a witch's prophecy and all this dumb shit. Then they came out with Halloween, which was like the reboot in like 2018 or something.
Mm-hmm.
That one picks up right after Halloween 2, and he's in prison and shit, like a psych ward. And then he breaks out, goes to kill, and then the second movie, Halloween Kills or whatever it's called, that one's good because it shows him right after the last movie. He's not dead, but he is fucked up, and he gets fucked up bad in that movie. And then it spins into Halloween Ends, and plot twist, it's not even really him. Another person donned the mantle of Michael Myers because he fucking dies. So, but that one's ass just because I didn't like seeing him go out that way because I'm a big Michael Myers fan. But no, I like the slasher movies. Yeah,
just kidding. I'm just
kidding.
See,
they're just, to me, they're campy, they're fun, they're cheesy, they're not super gory, and they're not super scary or anything. They're just it gets me in the Halloween spirit kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's completely fine. I'm not shitting on you for liking like slasher movies. I'm just not a big fan of them.
I never liked them.
I do like some spiritual, like ghosts and stuff. like The Conjuring and Insidious and stuff. I do like those movies, but the spiritual ones are so few and far in between for me. It's a hit or miss that I'm just like, it wasn't scary. I'm good.
I think the reason I like it is because, like, with the slasher films, they're all like, it's kind of the same basic recipe. It's some kind of humanoid that's going to kill you, that's chasing down the whole movie. It won't die, it dies, and then it comes back at the end. With ghost movies and spiritual movies, they still kind of have like a basic recipe, but there's so much room for flavor of like, oh, this is why the ghost exists. This is what it's doing. This is like, I love movies that take like a different turn, such as a really good one is Lights Out.
Lights Out.
It's the premise of like the demon is only there in the darkness.
One they made the full length movie off of the YouTube short or whatever.
Is that great movie? Keeps flicking the lights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great movie. Great concept. One Missed Call, another one that I actually really like, even if it's kind of that camp. It probably didn't age well. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
It's not very good.
Mirrors was another one that wasn't like
Mirrors was a trip. That one was
it was good
one.
but it wasn't like amazing, and I don't know that it aged well. I'd have to watch it again, but for when I watched it, it was really good. Another movie that I think I just recently found out they made a remake of it that I wasn't really into. I like the premise, but I just don't like the torture porn aspect of it. Hellraiser.
Yeah, I don't like.
I love
Hellraiser.
the look of Hellraiser. Like, I love Pinhead.
They rebooted
is
it
that where Pinhead is from?
Yeah.
He's the main Cenobite, I think they're called.
Yep. I just don't like what what they stand for. They're basically just Eldar and Slanesh incarnate.
Yeah, they're just they're just Slanesh. They're good movies, but they're really gory weird. Just for the sake of being gory. But I also like, and that's where I have that weird gray area. I hate torture porn and the gore and all that, but I fucking love like body horror shit. Like my favorite scary movie of all time,
The Thing,
is The Thing. I love that fucking movie.
Great. Another great movie.
I love David Cronenberg's like movie monster shit, and Guillermo del Toro, his movie monster stuff.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Hunter.
No, go ahead, Alex.
One of my favorite all-time horror movies, and this is kind of a slasher movie. I fucking love House of a Thousand Corpses.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
That I've seen, but see, I've seen The Devil's Rejects and then the third one,
but
I've never seen the first one. I know, and me and Lindsay talk about it all the time. Oh, we got to watch this. Yeah. And then we just kind of forget about it.
I believe House of a Thousand Corpses is the second one.
Devil's Rejects is the second.
I thought
Alex is now, with me not seeing like half of these movies, is just gonna start watching horror movies.
We're watching House of a Thousand Corpses. It's so fucking good.
I don't know that I really consider it a horror movie just because it's not really scary, but I just love it because it shows like the rules and shit of the Halloween, which is trick or treat.
Trick or Treat is absolutely a horror movie, and it's absolutely one of the best Halloween movies in existence.
Showed me that one last year, and now I want to fucking watch it every year just for fucking Sam.
It is on definitely HBO a Halloween. Max. Yeah, it's on HBO Max. Lindsay had never seen it, and we watched it. I think it was last year as well, and she really liked it.
I wish they would continue it because it was an anthology of like a bunch of different comics or graphic novels, and there's many other stories that they could tell. And I just love. I want to see more of Sam.
Yeah. I love anthologies because like things that put like multiple stories together. Like I like scary stories to tell in the dark.
And I fucking can't wait for the sequel. Found out there's so actual lore to Trick and Treat
horror movies than scary stories to tell in the dark.
No, but that's
Okay,
not. It's not the quality of the story that I'm after. It's watching the things that scarred me as a child finally
Those
come
pictures,
to life.
yeah.
Like finally
those were
seeing
a
that
trip.
come to like when I saw the white lady in the first
that
movie,
was
and it looked
fucked up.
shot for shot how that it did in the book. I got fucked up. I was like,
yeah, it unlocked that primal fear in you that you felt at 6 years old.
yeah.
So something I must preference. I've never been a horror movie fan. Like I didn't like. I was always
Slowly
scared of the dark
converting him.
as a kid. So like I didn't want to be scared of the dark and have to deal with the horror movie aftermath of a kid. So I refuse to watch horror movies. I just recently, and still some horror movies, I'm like, I don't really want to go to bed now.
I hate saying it, but Hereditary will do that to you. I'm a huge like horror guy, so I have some years under my belt and experience with them. But that movie even kind of kept me up a bit, like, oh, fuck.
Well, and Alex started easing me in instead of movies was like videos and shit, like Nuke's Top 5,
fuck yeah,
Twin
my boy,
Sam and Colby.
Is this a spirit captured on camera or a complete hoax? You be the judge.
You be the judge.
So like he started me with then, and then he's like, okay, we're gonna jump into a horror movie. This one's gonna fucking probably fuck you up, but I think you'll like it. And that's when he showed me Dead Silence for the first time.
I remember you telling me that.
The fact, like, it was such a cool idea to me of like you can't scream, which is like everyone's first reaction when they're scared. And then from there, he's been slowly converting me to horror movies.
Have either of you seen the movie The Boy?
No. Never heard of it.
Okay, so I wanted to see it. Me and a coworker were going to see it. Then we never went and saw it. I found out the twist and thought it was the stupidest fucking twist.
It's executed well. It's not dumb.
Is it?
And don't get me wrong, it doesn't hold a fucking candle to 90% of good, like real scary horror movies, but it is a little fucky. And I think that would be a good one to have him check out. That's a trippy one. It's just a baby ghost. You're fine.
It's the fucking shadow that keeps fucking with me right here.
I keep thinking you're looking at the little one that's on your bed that's casting the shadow in the corner.
You talking about this?
Yeah.
This is my pillow.
Here's the thing, too. I love watching the horror movies in the dark, nothing on. But
It's the only way to watch them.
Aftermath of like, now I don't want to move because there's something in the dark.
And you guys got stairs, so you're like running up the fucking stairs out of here. Yeah.
So,
dude, I can't tell you how many times I'm awake when he's asleep. I go downstairs to like change laundry before I go to bed. I turn off all the lights behind me. I get to the stairs. I look back. I'm like, I don't like this. Even though the light's on, I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah, because you know the second you turn it off, a demon's going to grab your leg.
So the two scariest things that have happened to me after watching a horror movie. The first one was when I was in high school. It was the first scary movie I went to go see like in theaters with my friend. Her and I went to go see Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. It was like a remake of like the old one. Not really that scary of a movie, but it was decent. In the movie, the demon or like the little pixie fucks like shatter the light to make it go dark. Well, when I got home at like 1 a.m., I went to turn on my light in my room, and the minute I turned on my light went
It just your light pop.
I fucking ran so fast down the hallway screaming. My dad came running out and goes, "What the fuck is going on?" I said, my light just went out. Oh god. I'm fucking like my heart stopped, and he goes, "Go the fuck to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning." I said, "But I don't want to go in my room."
The shit my dad would say to us when we woke up, like there's times I was on my Xbox at like 2 a.m. when I was out of high school and not realize it, and all I heard was my door open and go, "The fuck are you doing? Get off the fucking game and go to bed. You have work in the morning."
There was a couple times that
I just come in and go, shut the fuck up, and just walk away and not say another damn word.
there was one time when I used to stay down in the downstairs room, you know, where my dad's office was at our old house. That used to be my room for a while, and I fucking was pulling like an all-nighter, and my dad came down. I didn't realize how late it had gotten. My dad came down for work. He goes, "The fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Playing a game."
Eyes bloodshot, 5 o'clock shadow.
He goes, and he just shakes his head and closes the door. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm going to fucking work." And I said, "Oh shit!" And I looked down at the clock and I said, "Whoa!" And I turned off the Xbox and I crawled into bed.
My dad,
He's just walking out, shaking his head. I'm raising fucking troglodytes. Jesus Christ.
My dad didn't have to say a fucking word. All he could do is shake his head, and you knew he was disappointed.
So the second thing that happened was when I was dating my ex, the most recent ex. She convinced I never went to like go to movies alone and shit. I just find it weird, honestly. Like I up until recently wouldn't go to like a restaurant by myself either. I just grabbed like fast food and fucking sit in my car if that's what it took.
I went to the restaurant alone.
Sad.
Yeah, no, it 100% is. But
I'm not gonna lie. Like being at a restaurant alone is kind of fucking depressing. I went to Red Robin once on my own. I was like, this is depressing. There's no one here.
What are you talking about?
Well,
What are you talking about?
It probably didn't make it better that my server walked up to me and says, "Oh, are we waiting on someone else?" And I looked up at her and went, "No, it's just me."
Oh man, are
you should have looked at her like, "Do you want to join me? Come on."
I'm saying this now like, oh yeah, I'd love to fucking just go sit down at a restaurant by myself.
You'd
relax.
fucking cry like a bitch.
No, I'd get there, sit down and be like,
I wish
man, I miss my fucking wife. My wife.
But so anyway,
Life strong.
we're talking. I really wanted to go see this. I really wanted to go see this scary movie. What the fuck is your problem?
Wife mad. Kill wife. Sad.
Sad.
Wife gone.
Miss wife.
God, we got fucking brain rot. Anyway, go ahead.
So trying to I wanted to go see this scary movie. It was The Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh yeah.
And I think I had hit you up that night. I hit everyone up. And I was like, hey, because she was like, oh, I'm busy. I've got work stuff or something. And I was like,
he didn't hit up.
No, I hit you up. You were closing that night and you weren't able to go. I literally hit up everyone.
I remember because you hit me up and it was like 8:30, and you're like, "Hey, you want to go see this movie with me?"
No, it was like 6 or 7.
No, it was later than that because I remember saying, "No, dude, I'd love to, but I got to go to bed in like 30 minutes." You're like, "You fucking old man," and then just hung up on me.
Well, I even told Alex I'm closing, but if you want to wait till like 12 or midnight, I'll go.
And it wasn't on at midnight. But so basically I was like, fuck, well, I guess I'm not going to see this movie. And she was like, just go see it yourself. And I was like, no, that's fucking weird. And so she kept gassing it up. She's like, no, go, you deserve it. Go see a movie by yourself. Blah, blah, blah. And she just hyped me up. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go do it. And so I ended up going to California Pizza Kitchen for dinner. I was like, I'm having a date with myself. Party of one. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Self-love, baby.
Oh, yeah, dude. I had fucking a little
Stay
pizza.
Up, king.
I had mac and cheese for dinner. Dude, I had a sangria. I was living it. And then I went to go see The Conjuring. I was one of 5 people in the theater. And I was like, this is creepy, but all right. By the end of the movie, I was the only one in the theater, and I didn't see people leave. And I was like, what the fuck happened? And so I have never left a theater so fucking fast when the movie, because like, of course I stayed for the credits and all this, and then the minute the theater went black and the lights did not come back on, I was like,
Yeah, they were closing the fucking theater.
I was out, dude. I walked so fucking fast out of that theater. I almost hit one of the janitors, and I was just like, oh, sorry. And I just kept walking.
That janitor was probably like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy?
Oh,
So
dude, it was so creepy.
I only saw one movie like that, and it was several years ago. Me, my grandma and grandpa went to Vegas during summer or whatever, or around this time, I think it was.
So starting the infamous summer?
No.
Okay.
Not during the Stephanie saga.
Okay.
But no, we went, and I was a kid, and my grandma was sick, couldn't go out. We were going to go walk the strip and go to eat, but she couldn't because she was sick. So me and my grandpa walked to that movie theater that's right across the way from New York, and we were going to go see Haunted Mansion, the one with Eddie Murphy.
So good.
We went in.
So much campy fun.
And it was just me and my grandpa. And we sat down and we were like, oh, fuck yeah, we got the whole theater to ourselves. This is the shit. It got to the zombie part where they're in the crypt, and I'm all, oh, this is a little fucked up. This is not all right. Mind you, I'm like, I think like 13, 12,
No, we had
13.
to be younger than that because it came out in like 2004.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I was way younger than 12, 13. I was younger than that because I remember that part scared the fuck out of me. And it would being just me and my grandpa made it even worse.
I almost hit it right on the nail. 2003.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize it was that old. God damn, it's a 20-year-old movie?
Yeah.
Over 20-year-old.
Eddie Murphy?
I never saw the one with Robin Williams.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name, but
that one was good.
I couldn't remember his name, but I could remember the sound he made.
Wow.
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 Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
So with like themes and like genres of horror, I've really like, I love monster movies. I've always liked monster movies growing up in the woods and shit when I was a kid. I just love that kind of like the skinwalkers and all that, those kind of things. Cryptids and shit.
I would fucking love a good Skinwalker movie.
Mm-hmm.
That would fuck me up.
Who lived in the city up until recently. I still live in a city, but there's forested areas now around us. As someone who works early in the morning now and sometimes does open at 4 a.m. and has to walk at 3 a.m.
Well, being as close as you guys are to the fucking Appalachian Mountains, yeah. You're in the fucking backcountry of cryptids.
There's a strip of road that leads to like the main road that has 3 street lights on it.
Nice.
But for some fucking reason, with my luck, every time I walk up to them, it turns off. Never fails. Every time.
I'd be fucking
and so
flying,
just sprinting.
100%.
The first time I walk to work, because I opened for one of my first shifts. So I was like, okay, I'm going to walk. It's not that bad. Like, it's a pretty nice temperature out here. I'm walking. I have my headphones in because I'm like, I'm not walking without music. And I'm like, ba-ba-da-da-da, and I walk up and it turns off. I'm like, oh, that's not okay. And I hear in the bushes. I'm like, that's not okay. So I literally, and what's worse,
you just got scared by some possums.
There's a horse farm right next to it too, and all the horses were staring at me.
I'd be so.
He's got a secret.
Words cannot fucking describe how fast I would be out of that place.
That'd be fucked up.
I looked at the horses, looked at the forest next to me, said, "Start moving faster."
100%.
I'm like, please just let me get to the main road. Please just let me get to the main road, please.
Another genre.
That's where it fucks you up, though. You get to the main road, and there's the Skinwalker.
Just all fucked up. Another genre that I've really gotten into recently is like analog horror, like the shit that's on YouTube. I fucking love that shit. I don't know why. It's just because
it's actually fucking scary.
Yeah, the unnerving, the fear of the unknown kind of thing. It's all really fucked up.
That's what I've learned is like Hollywood now is just relying on like jump scares and fucking loud noises, but like analog. Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
Analog horror and like cryptids and stuff like that are scary without the jump scares or the like loud, obnoxious screams and shit because it sticks with you. Jump scares are like they scare the fuck out of you at first and then they're gone.
It's gone. You know what's another good one that I've been revisiting that goes along with like analog too?
What's that?
Creepypastas. Like Ben Drowned, Sonic EXE, Jeff the Killer, all of those. Like I've been rewatching them. They're like that's another one that kind of sticks with
like
you.
the old school ones. Old school ones. Those ones aren't but the newer ones that I've been like, I'll listen to a guy on YouTube, I forget his name, that reads the stories kind of thing, and they're getting more and more.
Which one? Mr. Nightmare, Lazy Masquerade.
Mr. Nightmare just does they both do like true, like real story things.
If you find it, Ty, let me know and send it to me.
Creeps,
I'll send it to
or
you.
something like that.
I think that's his name. I think that's who it is. Creep McPoster or something. Yeah, I think that's who it is. Yeah. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you.
Some of them, like, some of the new ones are good. Some of them aren't. Mm-hmm. Like, one that I started reading that I know me and Alex have talked about is, like, the I can never remember the guy who makes them, but, like, the boiled one, Philbis.
Oh, Dr. Nowhere. I want to say it is.
Okay, I know who that is, yeah. Yeah, I like a lot of that stuff.
For a while, it was campy fun, but they were actually fucking creepy. You know, Life of Luxury?
No.
They make, like, the horrific, like, paranormal activity creatures that, like, but they're, like, horribly, like, it's very clear that it's staged, but in the same way that, like, it's still really fucking creepy. I'm sure if I pulled up, like, some of the monsters they've made, you would recognize it.
Oh, okay. There's one guy on TikTok, and I think I know who I'm talking about. The dude, he'll show like the monster in the first frame, and then it'll go through.
It's like an analog filter and shit.
Yeah, in his home. And it's always some weird, creepy monster off in the corner peeking at him. Oh, dude.
Alex, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, Life of Luxury. I know exactly who you're talking about. I cannot stand those fucking videos. And they are scary. Because
that's why I don't like them, but they're great at the same time.
It's never them, like, screaming at you. I think there's, like, a couple that they are.
Sitting there.
It's them, like, and it's those camera angles, man. I cannot stand the fucking camera angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ones where he's in his basement doing something and he turns and looks, nothing's there, he's doing it, and then he looks back and it's the same shot, but now all you see is like just this half of the monster just looking at him, and you're like, nope, set the house on fire, run, kill your family, leave.
Alex will literally halfway through like cover his eyes and go, tell me if there's a jump scare.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
I love those videos. They're so good. They get me every time. Every time.
I mean, like, just like everyone else, like, jump scares scare the shit out of me. But I cannot fucking do it. Like, there's something about it that like, it pisses me the fuck off.
Mostly
in, like,
because
the most
you're like,
scared way.
You're expecting it. You know it's going to happen. It happens, and you get scared. You get jump scared because it's a loud fucking noise, and it's right in your face, so you jump, and then you get mad at yourself for fucking jumping.
You know what I think it is, too? In sixth grade, I told you guys this already. I fell victim to that stupid fucking car commercial.
Oh, yeah, the car one.
And ever since then, I just can't do jump. Yeah, it's like you're a car, and you're supposed to tell them, like, oh, if you watch the car really closely, like, there's a ghost that flies by it or something like that. And it causes you to watch intently, and then at the last second, a fucking monster just like, and you're like, fucking.
You know which one had a good jump scare? Because it wasn't like a scream and like up in your face. It was literally just there, and it scared the fuck out of you because it was just out of nowhere. Black Phone.
Oh,
yeah.
Or Insidious was a good one too. Like with the face behind the woman.
The red
there
face
are good jump scares. Like there are good jump scares.
My
And I think
favorite
it's the
jump
ones-
scare is in the same movie, Insidious. No one ever talks about this one. Is where the wife is upstairs in bed, the husband's downstairs on the couch. She's laying there on the second floor and sees something go by the window like a shadow. And she's like, huh?
Yeah.
And it goes back. And then all of a sudden, the third time, it's in the fucking room and it looks over at her and just starts walking towards her and she screams and runs. That one scared the fuck out of me. All the other ones in that movie were like, okay, yeah, I saw it coming.
I think
Insidious 1 was such a fucking masterpiece, in my opinion, because it did everything very well without overplaying things.
Forever will see that demon as hippie Darth Maul.
Yeah.
It's Darth
And
Maul's
everyone
messed
talks
out
about
cousin.
in that movie, like, oh, tiptoe through the tulips. It's so creepy. It's so weird. No. They don't get to fucking take that song and make it theirs. The first time I heard it was on SpongeBob, baby.
SpongeBob.
And that's all I think about when I hear that song.
Okay, did I ever tell you about the hash slinging slasher episode?
Yeah. We talked about it on. Yeah, we talked about it on here.
Dude, that episode
a few episodes
fucked
ago.
me up. Especially because it was just like what I watched before and all the right things.
Nosferatu.
You know what?
Did you see the trailer for the new one?
No.
Nosferatu?
Oh, yes. I haven't
Yeah.
watched like the whole trailer. I've only
dude,
seen
it
bits and
looks so
pieces.
good.
You want to know what show
Looks so
fucked me
good.
up even more around Halloween time? Courage.
Oh,
Ooh,
Courage.
the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. We're gonna start watching the Goosebumps show. And
The old one or like the new remake one?
no, the old school one, the classics. And Delilah was not having it. And mind you, this kid begs to watch the new Nuke's Top 5 episode. But she can't watch
Goosebumps is now
Goosebumps.
That's
Can't do it.
Well,
Stars.
even Lindsay's
No
like,
line.
I'm a full-fledged fucking adult, and that show made me terrified of gnomes. And I'm like, yeah, that episode was pretty fucked up.
You know what I would love to see?
Be
I would
fucking
love to.
terrified of gnomes. They steal your fucking socks.
I would love to
little
see
bastards.
an adult version of Goosebumps, like remake of
yeah, we were
Goosebumps.
talking about that last time. That'd be
Yeah,
so
into an
sick. It'd
adult
be so
version.
good.
But I feel like that's just scary stories to tell at the Target. You know,
Yeah.
going back to that, you know, when I would read that book as a child, I'd rent it from the library every year. I would read it because there was 3, and every time I'd read it at night, and then I'd have to fucking go to bed. And so what would I do? I would put it in my closet shelf and bury a bunch of shit on it because I
This
just
will
thought
keep the demons away.
yeah, I just thought like if that book is up, it's just gonna be like on my chest when I wake up or something, or something's gonna come out of the book or something is gonna happen. So I would just fucking pile shit on top of it, so I didn't have to even look at a fucking picture.
Remember
of
when we went to go ghost hunting?
Yeah.
In that cemetery? We walked up to it and we were like, let's do this. We saw the sign. This property is under 24-hour surveillance with an on-guard security or on-duty security. And we're like, I don't want to go to
get
jail.
arrested.
So we went back to my place and Lizzie was like, you guys pussied out, huh? And we're like, no, we just didn't want to get arrested.
She didn't believe us, and we were
No,
just honestly
to this day,
wanting
she don't
to.
believe me.
We honestly just didn't want to get.
Yeah,
Because I
we didn't
remember
want to
we
get a
both
trespassing
looked.
charge.
We both looked at each other. We were in the graveyard, and we both looked at each other and saw the sign. Looked at each other, and we're like, "Should we keep going?" And then we're like, "I'm cool with demons. I'm not cool with the cops."
Yeah.
We turned around and walked away.
You know, demons and ghosts aren't real, but a fucking felony charge is.
Bubba in prison cell block B is very real.
Could you imagine that defense in court? Just like, no, Your Honor, we were just trying to go ghost hunting. Likely story. Then why'd you have shovels? To hit the ghost.
You know what I always wanted to do, but Alex would never take me? I wanted to go to the haunted tunnel near our old house.
I won't fuck with that place anymore.
The haunted
Alex will
tunnel.
never take me.
The storm drain.
Yeah. I think what's made me so jaded on a lot of this stuff and super skeptical is hearing all these stories people have, never had an experience anything like it.
Okay, but how do you explain your wife though? The one that where I didn't tell you anything about my past, and she told you straight up, there's someone following Alex. And then I
just trying
like
to
you
scare me.
But then you told me, and I was like, what? No fucking way. And then I explained everything to you. You can't make that shit up. I mean, you can, but
you
like,
guys had a conversation without me there.
Wait, hold on. Is Lynn like psychic or something?
No.
So okay, well, let me tell a story. So I don't know that I've ever like gone into like full detail of what happened at the storm drain. That'll have to be for like when we tell scary stories, like on the next episode. But let's just say, long story short, I fucked around with some shit and got like an attachment and got, I very much found out. I got an attachment for a while. And it followed me for a good while. I had never I had known Ty and Lindsay for maybe a month, and we had barely talked. Like, it wasn't a month of like I told them my entire life story. It was a month of like we were trying to keep it on the low between like because of Stephanie.
It was before your housewarming party and everything.
Yeah, and one day, Ty out of the blue came to me and said, now I knew I had the attachment. I had never mentioned it to anyone else because for obvious reasons. I had roommates and stuff like that.
And he sounds mentally insane.
Psychotic.
Yeah. And so one day out of the blue, Ty goes, "Dog, I got to tell you something weird." And I was like, okay. And then I'm thinking weird, like our friendship had started blooming. He's going to say some off the wall scuff shit. And he goes, "I don't want you to freak out, but my wife, Lindsay, like told me that she sees like someone following you, like a dark man, like shadow." And I think you saw, I don't know why I'm speaking about you in the third person, like just the color leave my face.
that was pretty
felt
fucked,
the color.
How scary you, like how scared you look. You're like, what?
Yeah,
What?
and my eyes,
I was like,
my eyes
fuck.
got wide, and I was like, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "It's probably just her, like, you know, she's like an empath, this and that and that." And I was like, no. Like, what did she fucking say? And I got dead serious. And you could tell Ty was freaking out because he's like, "Dog, it's not that serious." I was like, "What did she say, Ty?" And he like repeats it all. And she exactly explained the attachment I have. It doesn't appear as like a person. It's just a silhouette of a man. And the way she explained it terrified me to the core because like at that time I had kept trying to fight it. I was like, it's just coincidences and this and that. And then that just made it so fucking surreal that I was just like, oh, I fucked up. I fucked up bad.
Mm-hmm.
I see, like the closest thing I have to anything that could possibly be paranormal is like stuff falls in our shelves, but that could also be mice or something that I don't know are there. Or like we have the dog dish and it's got the jug up top and then the bowl on the bottom for the water. And the dogs haven't gotten a drink for hours. And then all of a sudden you hear the water go bloop, 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 bloop. And it's a joke where we're like, oh, our ghost puppy is getting a drink and shit like that. But Lindsay says, "Oh, it's probably Tilly's ghost in the house." I'm like, "No, yeah,
It's all fun and games
adorable."
until you get booty blasted by the ghost, Ty.
See, but here's the thing. Ty's playing strong and skeptical on camera, but you've called me a couple times and been like, "Dog, I don't know what the fuck is going on in my house.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard this
Things
and
that
I've
freak
seen
me
that."
out.
And
But
I even told you when I went to your house, I was like, "Dog, I don't think that I think that something's here." And Lindsay even agreed.
I think what I need to be like full believer
You
in
need
the
to be
paranormal,
booty blasted by a ghost.
No. I need to have dishes fly across the room or see a full body apparition. Then I'd be like, I'm going to a church.
I'm going to a church.
We need to bless the house.
So, that all that being said, we, the three of us, do have plans on going ghost hunting. We want to do the I don't want to do the Conjuring house anymore with all the
controversy.
all the news coming out right now. But there are a couple places that I have in mind that when we finally decide we have the money and shit,
I want to do that.
we gotta go. Which one? The one we just watched?
Yeah.
The Hotel La Guerre? I don't know. That one got fucked.
See, if you
I've
been saying it for several fucking years. I want to go do ghost hunting or whatever in that. I think it's in Indianapolis or something, or somewhere like that. It's an old insane asylum that's decommissioned, shut down. Ghost hunters have gone there. Zach Baggins has gone there. And fucking, there are things in this world we don't understand.
I want to go to the Gettysburg one we watched with like the kids in the basement.
Yeah,
Gettysburg will be sick.
Yeah.
See, I would just be tripping out on the history of it. I wouldn't even give a fuck.
Well,
if
that's
there were
for the
ghosts
day.
There.
That's for the day. Like we would go.
Well,
yeah, no. So like what we would do, what I would plan, like let's say we go to Gettysburg Address, let's go. Let's say we
be
go to
doing the
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg Address.
Yeah.
We would take 7 years ago.
We would take one day, do all the day stuff, like see all the history, that good shit. And then like the next day at night, we would do the ghost shit. So we get like plenty of rest, go out and fucking do the ghost shit.
The only thing we can't do if we do something like that is we can't have the what does Zach Baggins call it? The lock-in where they lock the fucking door behind you. Because if that's the one fucking time something does show itself and I see it and it scares me, I need to have an exit. I need to have a fucking exit because I will be scared shitless.
Alex, we're 100% having him do the SS method first.
Dude, no. What? I called dibs. I want to do it.
What is it?
So there's something called the Estes method. You basically take soundproof headphones and you connect the SB7 box to it, and it is just playing in your ears. You then blindfold yourself, so you're basically sensory deprived, except for touch, obviously. But basically, like it's supposed to like put you in another realm, and you you become the vessel for voices. It's fucking trippy.
So, like for example, if Alex was the one doing it, he would have all that stuff, and me and you would be asking questions, and theoretically, he would be giving us their answers.
And it's designed that I cannot hear what you are asking, so it's the most like honest responses.
And me and Alex really want to fucking do it.
That sounds so fucking stupid.
I mean, you say that until you start asking questions and I start answering
and you
them.
get answering.
It'd be my luck that's the time where the headphones aren't connected all the way and you hear me ask the question.
Well, no, because
I wouldn't
you can
ask
hear
serious questions. I'd be like, what's the dollar amount for a double bacon Western cheeseburger at this moment? And if you say the exact price, you're either cheating or ghosts are real. Then I'm fucked. It'd be the one time you get the ghost that used to work at Carl's Jr.
Alex, you know what Ty would be? Ty would be the motherfucker that you see in the TikToks to like Phasmophobia. How many pickles can you shove up your ass?
Yeah.
The only thing I refuse to do, I will never in my life do. There's not enough money you could pay me to do it. I will never fuck with a Ouija board. I can't do it.
That one I agree with only because
the fuck out of me every time. The fact
only
that
because you
dark.
can't tell if someone is fucking with you or not, and
that's not why. My reason, because I am a believer. One, you never know who you're actually talking to. Like they could say, "Oh, this is your dead grandmother, and I just have a message for you." And it's not your dead grandma. It's just something playing as your dead grandmother.
It's it's the spirit that Alex doesn't like to talk about.
There is a demon that's supposedly in the Ouija board that like talks through Ouija boards that I will not fuck with. I was explaining this to Hunter. I don't granted, I don't want to fuck with any demon. There's no demon that I'm like, yeah, I want to fuck with you. Like, you seem cool. This demon, though, just like, I will not even speak its name because it unnerves the fuck out of me that much. Because
what's
of
its
the
name?
I'm not. Don't, please, Hunter.
Alex, I'm not gonna do it to Alex.
Here, you can hear.
What is it?
Even I don't like to fuck with it, but it's base. It starts with Z. It's Zozo.
Oh, Zozo. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that.
I don't even like to fuck with it.
It was on the most recent episode of Scared to Death. They a fan wrote in with the story about it. You're good.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on the most recent episode of Scared to Death. I did hear that part.
Yeah.
Alex,
yeah. They talked about it, and Dan Cummings went to say it, and she goes, no, shut the fuck up. And he's all, what? Don't say it. And he goes, yeah, I know. Then why were you going to say it?
If there's a story with enough, like, hey, if you say this fucking name, you're going to fucking incite shit, I won't even start fucking with it.
I just said it, so if I am not here for the next recording, I died.
So, like, here's the thing. It's the same reason I don't really fuck with Japanese, like, urban legends and shit. Mm-hmm. I do believe that you can put power into something if you give it enough energy in saying it and create, like,
some of those Japanese urban legends are good. I like them because they're kind of freaky. They're kind of, they got a good story, but like, there's a lot of them are really dumb.
But there's been times where, like, I'll be listening to Lazy Masquerade or something, and they'll say, like, hey, just a disclaimer, it is said that, like, if you hear the story, or if you listen to the story, or if you say the story, like, you could manifest it. I don't fuck with it. I turn it off. I don't want to deal with it.
I've listened to all those, and I'm fucking fine.
And, okay, so it's not me saying that it is going to happen, right? But
you don't want to risk it, kind of thing.
I don't want to risk it. It's the same reason I don't fuck with, like, the Bloody Mary shit. I don't fuck with, like,
dude, I did that so much as a kid.
Game. I did it as a kid, and, like, there were times that I thought I saw something in the mirror, and I never wanted to do it again. I don't fuck with, like, the Midnight Game and all those games you hear on TikTok.
What's the Midnight Game?
It's like a whole ritual shit you play to get untold wealth and shit and luck and shit. But it's so fucked. Like, you have to, like,
scares me the most is The Man in the Woods.
Is that the one you just had me listen to with the scarecrow or whatever?
Yes. So it's you basically have to mark a single room with no windows and no doors. That's your safe room. And then basically throughout the game, everything in your house will be open. Windows.
It's impossible to have a room with no doors.
That's just a
no
box.
windows. Sorry, it's no windows.
No windows.
Okay. And once you start the game, I've seen the video, so I know how to start it, but I'm not going to say it because there's no reason for me to incite it. Basically, when you start the game, everything in your house that can be open will be open. So doors,
not my
cabinets,
jar of pickles.
Your jar of pickles.
I don't know. It just says doors, windows,
That's
cabinets.
That's a dickhead
everything.
Ghost. That doesn't even sound scary. I'd just be more mad than anything.
Hold on.
What happens is you have to close each and every one of these before, I think it's 3 a.m. Midnight or 3 a.m., one of the two.
Midnight.
Because you started at like 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. You have to close everything. There's two figures that appear in this game. There's a shadow figure that appears in your house. They say he's a referee. But basically, if you look outside a window at any point in your backyard, you now have to run to your safe room.
Because there'll be a scarecrow.
There's a scarecrow known as the Man in the Woods, and he will start coming for you. And if you don't get there in time, you're basically dragged to an unknown plane.
That's kind of a cool game. Like, that'd be a cool game to play.
I'm
but
sorry?
I see why it's got the appeal of, like, people like, oh, you got to close it. Don't look out your windows. The Man in the Woods is gonna get you. Oh!
I don't fuck with that shit.
But
I think
silly.
the other part is that I fucked around and found out as a teenager, and that really kind of like fucked me up. And so like from there on, I was like even I even told you like when we went ghost hunting.
I don't like this like dark corner in my camera.
The ghost is just sitting there. Yeah, boy, keep talking.
I'm about to movie blast him.
But like I even told you when we went ghost hunt, or when we were potentially going ghost hunting to the graveyard, like, hey, I want to keep it purely like respectful. I don't want to fucking like antagonize them and shit. Because honestly, and like I said, I'll tell the story probably next episode. But I was that guy that like I fucking as a teenager worshipped Zach Baggins and was like, well, I want to be the next Zach Baggins, and like went very much old Zach Baggins that used to like curse the ghost out and like call it a bitch and shit. And that's what I decided to do, and it did not work well for me.
Next episode, Ty, I'll bring some of those games so you can hear some of them.
Okay. Like I get them. I get why they're scary and people would freak
some
out.
Of them are
because like that one you just explained.
Well, and
like that one you just explained. If I tried doing that and I actually saw a guy out in the fucking field, I would lose my fucking mind.
Well,
like, yeah, that's terrifying.
The worst part about some of them is they're deceptively simple.
Yeah.
Like there's one where it's like, oh, all you have to do is create a ring of, or do this, and this, and you'll have a servant for the rest of your life. And it's like,
but if you fuck that one thing up,
one fucking wrong move and you're fucked.
Yeah, but that's every fucking like horror movie trope too. Is you got to do this and this, and then one of the people fucks it up a little bit. Nope, now you're all dead.
Also, you know what's something in horror movies and like these games that I never understood that like would be both terrifying and kind of funny if you witnessed it, which is they always say like, oh, salt stops ghosts. What if you summoned a fucking demon and just went, fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
That that's a myth, right?
I'm sitting here like laughing at all this shit and talking shit on it and thinking it's all silly.
Knowing if you fucking witnessed it.
I'm also a huge scaredy cat at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I do get in my own head and freak myself out a lot, even just laying in bed. Nothing's happening, but I still sit there and think, oh, what if a fucking cryptid just walked through the door now and ate my toes?
You know when I get myself in my own head the most, and this is why I bought the TV that I have in front of me, like over here. Silence. And it happens most when I go to sleep. If I'm in silence, I start to fucking get in my head like, what's in there? What's in the room with me? What's like, if I hear a slightest sound, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I even get in my own head where I start to think I hear voices and shit, and like, who's talking? What the fuck's going on? Like,
so let me ask you guys a question here.
What's up?
We all know what Uncanny Valley is, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Those are trips.
What the fuck put us in that primal state to make us think about that? Because it's a primal fear.
Yeah.
So what used to exist or still does exist that makes Uncanny Valley so fucking scary? And my answer is skinwalkers.
It
has to be, right?
I think that's why I believe in like cryptids and aliens a lot more than I do anything else. And that's just because the Earth, you go and you drive through certain areas, you work it, or you see certain things.
My dresser's
where
right
people
here, so I can't see like
why is your door open? I can see that your fucking door's open. Why
a monster's coming for your balls. Is those have the potential to truly exist?
I don't
kind
like,
of thing.
I don't like that it's open. Hold on.
You've gone this entire episode with it open.
We're almost done here now.
He's scared himself. Little bitch boy. Little baby bitch.
Says the one in the light.
If I turned off this light, you couldn't see me. I don't have all that.
Turn it off.
Alexa, turn the lights off.
You laugh, but I did that because my daughter likes to play with switches.
What stops her from saying, Alexa, turn lights off?
She did it to me when we were playing Minecraft the other day, and it just kept going on and off, on and off, on and off.
See, what you can do is turn the lights off and then use your flashlight and do this.
Look at your pearly whites. Yeah, well, I don't have it on my phone. I just texted Lynn, hey, can you turn the light off in here for me? Because the speaker's out there.
It's going to scare the shit out of you when it just happens.
When
randomly.
it goes off, I'll be like, ah!
Let's continue until
But,
then.
See, there you go. There you go. You got to get in the mood.
Turn your flashlight off just so I can see.
You need
Just
to
so you can see how dark it is in here? Okay.
Okay, you can turn your flashlight back
We
on.
need to get
Okay.
you a bunch of the go to like the 99. Or I think you could get. You could go to Spirit Halloween. Get a bunch of the
we
tea
got one right
lamps.
down the road.
Get
Yeah.
no. Get the tea lamps. The tea. You know the little like tea candle electric ones.
Oh, I have those out in the living room.
Yeah, you
Lindsay
get a bunch of
decorated
those and just
everything. I
fucking.
could just steal them.
Don't take it.
I'm gonna get some for next session because I have like 3
Next
candles or next episode. I have 3 candles lighting, and they're all very different smells, and it's giving me the world's worst headache. But no, I truly think that like the uncanny valley shit, like something had to make that a primal fear. Like that
100%.
didn't just happen.
100%, my friend.
And
Something
that's
that I think too is maybe like this might be just me because I've always believed in this, and it's maybe just me being stupid, like almost like a reincarnation thing. Like back in the day, like shit was like that, and we've just lived like kept being like reincarnated and shit, and so now that is just a primal fear to us.
yeah.
So like here's another example. Like watching Nuke's top 5 videos and shit, right? Mm-hmm. When he has a video where it's a supposed ghost or this or this and that and fucking the other thing.
Number 15.
I'm like, me and Lindsay
Number
sit there.
15.
Number 15.
Burger
Me and
King
Lindsay
foot
sit there.
lettuce.
We're debunking the whole thing, the entire time.
Me and Alex do
But
the
the ones that he shows were a guy, this guy that I subscribe to on YouTube now, Urbex, Urban Explorer, and he goes through in like creepy places. The ones that he shows of him where actual fucking people are in these places. That scares me more than the fucking supposed ghosts. And shit.
No, I don't blame you because people are
100%.
fucking unpredictable.
And those are the ones that get me. Like even there was this lady that posted on TikTok her security cameras around her house caught something. And it's like, oh, watch over here. And I'm expecting to see like, oh, ghost orbs or apparition. No, it was a full ass fucking lady in a nightgown creepily walking through her backyard all. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Those are the things that get me. And that's why that other guy on TikTok that I was talking about earlier with those creepy videos get me as much as they do. And it's because what the fuck is that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's that uncanny valley shit.
Yeah. Well, and what the problem is, we have a ring now, and I sometimes look at it at night just to make sure everything's fine with Alex's car and shit. But the problem is, it points right across the street and looks into a forested area.
You're gonna open it one of these times. There's just gonna be a guy standing there.
There's just gonna be something in that forest.
You look over and there's a guy shitting on a tree. oh, okay. I thought it was a cryptid, and then it like gets all like and starts running away.
So here's a question: would you guys rather deal with a cryptid or a ghost?
Cryptid.
Ghost.
Because if ghosts are real and I have to deal with a ghost, I can't punch it, but I can punch a fucking cryptid.
Yeah, but you're more likely to survive a ghost than a cryptid.
No, you can't. They're unkillable. It can do whatever to you.
But a ghost, just because you're dealing with a ghost, doesn't mean you necessarily like
blast me.
Stop.
Dude, you and this booty blast. You got something you want to talk about? No. Like with a ghost, they can fucking do scary stuff in my house.
Here's the thing: a ghost doesn't necessarily mean it wants to kill you. A ghost could just be like, and then just leave.
Oh yeah, perfectly fine for it to just show up in Ooga Booga, and now I'm terrified the rest of my life.
Yeah, but you're
fine.
alive.
No, I would be in a psych ward doing schizophrenic drawings in my padded cell walls.
Maybe we shouldn't take Diet Ghost.
I'm staying in this hospital. Ty, this hospital's been decommissioned for 100 years. I am one of the residents now.
The doctors told me I gotta stay.
I have to stay.
Ty, there's been no doctors for 50 years. What about these ones?
You just look and it's like a bunch of people standing there. Ah! No, like with a cryptid, yeah, of course I'm more than likely going to lose if I'm fist fighting fucking Mothman or
the return of Mothman.
Skinwalker. But at least I got a fighting chance.
Not really. Not at all, actually.
Not at all.
You got silver on you? Because that's the supposed only way to take out.
I got these hands.
That ain't taking out no
for everyone,
Skinwalker.
baby. It's a Skinwalker, not a werewolf. The fuck?
No, yeah, they said are supposedly with like legends they have to be silver bullets. Still, silver for most cryptids.
I gotta go hit up the Lone Ranger for his fucking silver bullets.
A lot of stories say like when like they talk about someone shooting a cryptid, it's generally they're loading silver bullets.
And even then, they don't necessarily kill.
Kill it.
That's another thing I don't like with, or one thing I don't like with cryptids. Why are they all fucking unkillable? Every story you hear, people have shot them and done this, and some of them have done rituals to banish them from the village. But yet they're still around, like in these villages and stories, killing people. Like, what the fuck? How do you kill them then? God. It's a creature. It bleeds. It dies. You can bleed. You can die.
I don't have the answer to that.
No, I
mainly because I don't want to find the answer to that.
You guys are by the Appalachian Mountains. Go find me a fucking Skinwalker and tell me how to kill it. Go capture one for me.
Yeah, let me get right on that. I'm gonna release it into your house if I capture one.
Fuck yeah.
Good luck.
Alex is like, that hypothetical scenario I just said, I'm gonna make it a reality for you, Ty. Fuck yeah.
I go to the hey, I got a deal. Please don't kill me. I give you 3 people.
Oh my god! Why did my wife and daughter have to suffer because of my actions?
Who said I was sacrificing your wife and daughter? You have 2 dogs.
Fair enough.
He also has
you leave the tortoise alone.
Yeah. Bella's fine.
The turtle's fine.
Briella.
Bella.
The turtle's
fine.
Dude, that's another thing with like this year, because all of the people that grew up with these movies are now like my age and shit. It's now being called the Hoa 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 season because of fucking Twilight. And all these memes are like, when it's Hoa 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 season, and they're all dressed like
Hoa Hoa Hoa.
It's the lyrics from this fucking song in Twilight. They go, yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
But it's so fucking funny.
I hate that. So first we got the fucking white chicks with their spiced pumpkin, and now we got fucking this bullshit.
I hate how you said it backwards, and I don't know why that aggravates me so much.
Oh, pumpkin spice.
I fucking hate pumpkin spice. I hate pumpkin spice.
Obviously not,
coffee.
Because you don't.
I hate pumpkin spice. I hate pumpkin pie. I hate all that shit. It tastes like ass.
Apparently not, because you were mad that I didn't say it right. So I'm just saying.
Guys getting the
no, I heard woo, woo, and I'm all, what the fuck? And I took off my headphone. It's a car driving by.
Now Ty's getting the spooks. Now you understand. Now
bro, if I look
understand.
over at my camera and something pops up here, it's done. I'm done. I'm out.
Podcast over.
I'm gonna text Lindsay.
Over, you're down to 2 people.
I'm gonna text Lindsay and be like, "Hey, next episode, like, just quietly creep in with the lights off."
The
Phone
worst
hide
part
somewhere in the room.
is when we're playing the scary Minecraft server that you got. I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh God, I gotta run, I gotta hide, and then she's just standing behind me.
Nice.
No reason,
Nice.
just wanting to see how I was doing. And I see out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, get scared.
I love when you just randomly scream and
We
it's
need
Lindsay.
we need to find a scary game to find that we can record and put on the channel.
Phasmophobia.
I'm down. Let's record
Phasmophobia scares me every time we play.
Phasmophobia, me and Hunter just played a meme. We've gone through it so
but I
much that
remember
we
when
just
we
like
first
walk in
started
and be like,
playing, you guys were serious.
motherfuckers.
The only time I don't like playing with you guys is whenever there's a cursed object in the house, and this piece of shit always fucking uses it, regardless of who's around him and who's going to get caught in the crossfire. Every time.
I found a Ouija board.
And then he goes and stands by the fucking door, uses the last charge and runs,
then goes in.
And then I'm stuck in the house and I die.
If God forbid I find a Ouija board, y'all are fucked. I use that shit immediately.
Dude. Oh, that scared me. I got a fucking call. And I was like, oh my God.
One missed call.
Fuck you.
One missed call.
You better watch out. You're going to die in 8 days.
Picks it up.
It's just
at that point I just put a gun in my mouth.
Oh my God.
I'm not dealing with it. They die in the most horrific ways. I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna go out on my own terms. That's me in any scary movie, honestly. Like, I might give it the old college try and then just putting a gun in my mouth and fucking calling it a day.
You know which one that like was unsettling to me?
Which one?
Truth or Dare, I think is what it was called.
Yeah. Oh,
that movie
dude,
was ass.
No, okay.
Well, like,
it wasn't.
Puts her hand on the stove.
Yeah, sure. It wasn't the best movie. The ending, though, was fantastic. How they decided to deal with it by going on the internet and then basically being like, yeah, you're all a part of the game. Like, that was like, oh, fuck, that's fucked.
See, I think what's got me a lot too with movies is it's not the story and it's not the
Look, we're
jump
all getting
scares or
sketched out.
anything. It's the imagery.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, It Follows. It's not inherently a scary movie. Like, oh my God,
it's
so
creepy
scary.
as fuck, though.
It's creepy, but the entire movie I was fine until the one scene where the lady opens the door and is talking to the main chick and was like, "Oh, what's wrong?"
And that tall
and
ass
this
guy,
7-foot fucking dude with black for eyes, just crouches in, and she's losing it. I started losing it, but the rest of the movie was like, eh. It's the imagery that gets me a lot.
Yeah, 100%. You know what was another one that was like that? Fuck, I just completely lost it now too.
Smile.
No, I haven't seen that.
I've heard it's
good?
really good.
I've heard it was good too. The second one's coming out.
Yeah.
No. It was Unfriended.
Oh, that movie was fucking shit.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but it was an
fucking
interesting
ass.
concept.
It was a good concept, but we got that concept on, I think it was Paranormal Activity 3. The entire time it's just on the girl or the guy's laptop. Oh, you're right.
And then he's
time.
like, hey, like, who the fuck's behind you or whatever?
Yeah. Like, I will say I am a very big fan of the first 2 Paranormal Activity movies. Those ones freaked me the fuck out as a kid.
They were good for the time.
Yeah. And then they just got progressively more retarded. And I was just like,
but I feel like that's like a lot of scary movies. Like, as good as The Conjuring verse is, like, that's kind of what happened to The Conjuring.
Everything after the second movie is shit.
I was so disappointed with The Nun. Like, The Nun, Valak
Annabelle,
was such a cool demon to, like, explore.
I heard,
and they just did it horror.
I was excited for, which was apparently terrible too, La Llorona.
Yeah, that was ass. The movie was shit.
That's one that has your salt gimmick, though. Literally in the movie, like, the kid like moves like a little bit of the salt, and La Llorona is like, "Guess who's back, motherfuckers?"
What's up?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Right.
You know, there's a movie. It's either a movie or a YouTube thing that was interesting to me, but it was like a girl that was like looking out in the backyard and saw the creature in the backyard. It was like a creature with like a bag over its head and like chains.
Oh yeah. It was like the birthday
she,
or something.
She like calls her brother in, and she's like, "Hey, like watch this while I call Dad." And then there's like 2 of them, one for each of them.
You know what was another one that was really creepy that was a YouTube video, and if you haven't seen it, Ty, I highly recommend it. It's called The Box.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that you showed me that one.
Oh, dude, so unnerving. No, there was no like inherent jump scares, but was that fucking movie creepy as fuck?
Yeah, hold on one sec. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm looking something up for you.
God bless you, my friend.
Thank you, my brother.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects.
Okay. A hollow tree. If you guys get a chance on YouTube, even you viewers, and you want to see a really fucked up, not like gory or bad, but like a real freaky skinwalker movie or short film, check out A Hollow Tree on YouTube. It's a very well done short film, and it's got the craziest fucking skinwalker, I guess you could call it a jump scare, that I've seen in a long fucking time. It's pretty good. It's only what is it? Fucking it's only 22 minutes. It's not a very long video. It's not a very long video. It's about an episode of One Piece.
I mean, that's fair. I love that you compare it to
One Piece.
Well, we're watching. Like I said, I'm almost up to date. I stopped right when they got to the new island, basically. But then I got Lindsay into it, and she wanted to watch it, and I restarted it, and we've been watching it a lot right now to get her caught up. So
another
One Piece is on the brain. Yes.
Yeah, you guys are at Water 7. You guys are catching up fast.
We're almost
Water 7.
Yeah,
She
we're
just figured
almost
out
done
what
with
CP9
Water
was.
7, and we're about to start going to Annie's
What
Lobby.
did she think of Arabasta?
She thought it was good. She fucking hates Vivi, and I agree. She's a whiny bitch.
I mean,
But,
yeah. And I will say, Arabasta had one of the best fucking scenes, and I will still fucking love it to this day.
Hunter promotes men against women violence.
Where Luffy Superman punches her.
Watch it, Alex.
That was so funny. When that happened, Lizzie started laughing, and she goes, I love how there's one guy on the crew that
For
is
legal
just all
purposes,
about
that
the
was a
women.
joke.
Well, it's
That's all
because-
about the women and caring about them, loving them unconditionally, blah, blah, blah.
The other
and
one
their
doesn't give a
captain just
fuck.
fucking sucker punched a woman in
Well,
front of
and
him, and
it's
nothing
literally-
happened.
She punches him like 8 or 9 times first,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I know, fuck this."
Yeah.
Also,
But,
you got
That's
introduced
a
to
good
the
point.
best character.
Sanchi never did anything about it.
Yeah.
You got introduced to the best character,
Bon Clay.
Bon Clay.
Yep. And she thought he was weird as shit, and then
Bon
ended up
Chan.
loving him. I was like,
Bon
yep,
Chan.
yeah, he's the best character. He's so good.
Wait till she gets to Nice Lobby.
I know.
Or no,
Impel
Impel
Down.
Down.
Impel Down.
I
Impel
always
Down,
get those
yeah.
two confused.
Well, they're both
Well,
fucking
they're
Marine.
literally right next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
There literally
Go
is a
ahead.
fucking demon
go
triangle
ahead.
of Navy.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. You first.
No, you second.
Okay.
What about you, Mr. Demon behind Ty? He's here. Well, I think.
Oh, I'd freak out. I'd freak out. I think a lot of it too is that I've just become desensitized to a lot of it too. Like we used to go to Not Scary Farm every year.
So,
and
let me ask
all
you
that.
this.
It's just
What are you gonna do when we go ghost hunting and you find like something you just can't explain?
then I am no longer a skeptic.
Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be able to handle
no,
that?
I'm gonna be fucking I'm gonna be fucked up for a while. I'm gonna need to take
I'm gonna
some
try and call
fucking
him. He's not
meds.
gonna be answering. Lindsay's gonna text me and be like, Ty doesn't want to speak. Like he doesn't want to talk
He
to
hasn't
anybody.
gotten out of the shower for 6 days. He's just laying there crying. We ran out of water the first night, or hot water the first night. He's still there. You should see him. He's shriveled up like a
Our
prune.
water bill is $700.
Yeah, especially in California. Jesus Christ.
They're coming to shut off our water tomorrow because they think there's a leak. I tried telling them, no, my husband's just going through it, and they didn't believe me.
So now I had to force a leak so they don't fucking arrest us.
They said for 6 days, and I said, yep.
Yeah.
Like, I
He's
mean,
what
like,
you call down bad right now.
So here's the thing. When we eventually go ghost hunting, we'll have to post it to the channel. Like, that way people can see what happens.
It'll be a good video for them.
But if you find something, like, are you done? Are you like, fuck it, I'm not doing it again?
It would have to
what
be
is
like,
your theory?
It would have to be something really, really concrete. Because
so, like, give me an example.
If it's just a noise or, this moved or whatever, it can all be explained away. But if there's a full body fucking apparition in front of me and all of you are behind me, 100%. Yep. Nope. I'm
something gets straight up thrown at you, but we're all with you.
I would think one of you threw it or something fell.
Even if we're all like looking at each other,
something fell.
At you.
It's gonna be a dilapidated building. We're not going to do it at a fucking DoubleTree Inn. What the fuck?
I mean, there's plenty of hotels that we could go do that though.
Gettysburg isn't run down.
No, I want to go to a place that could actually fucking.
He wants to go to a dilapidated building so he can disprove everything.
Right.
Exactly.
You go to like an actual place that's still like functional and you get something. It's a lot harder to explain it away.
Especially if it's not in California. I go somewhere and things are moving on the shelves. I can't just be like, oh, it was an earthquake. Yeah.
So that's the real thing. You want to go to a dilapidated place so you can just be like, it's not real. You don't want to go to a place that you're like, oh, some real fucking shit could go down.
No, I wouldn't mind going to some of these old creepy hotels and staying the night. Me and Lindsay have talked about.
There's one I got for you, buddy.
A few of them as like a gimmick thing because we both like scary stuff. But
dude, come down to Tennessee. We can go to the Bell Witch Cave.
The what?
Ty.
The Bell Witch Cave.
Ty, do I have a hotel for you, buddy?
Which one?
It made Twin Paranormal fucking quit.
Do what?
You
got too squeaky. I couldn't hear you.
The Hotel Laguerre.
Hotel Laguerre.
Where's that?
It's in California.
Oh.
It's. I don't remember where they said it was. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere, though.
But see, I've stayed at a couple like supposedly haunted hotels and stuff before. And
my cousin was gonna buy a haunted hotel.
I'd be sick.
The Nevada City Hotel up north. He was in the works of trying to buy it, but the owner didn't want to like sell it at the time. I told him if he gets it, he's got to let me stay in there and ghost hunt. He said okay.
You know, the one place that gets way too much fucking hype behind it is.
Are you about to say the Queen Mary?
Well, that one too, the Queen Mary and the Clown Motel. The Clown Motel is creepy just because of all the fucking freaky clowns that are there.
So
which reminds me, bring back the 2016 clown epidemic. We need to go back to that. That shit was terrifying and it was fun.
Don't bring
awesome.
that back.
Yes, that was so good. Driving along and you just see a creepy fuck dressed in a clown mask walking towards your car. He ain't gonna win. You're in a car. You can run his ass over. What do? Catch a manslaughter charge? Just say it was self-defense.
Not when I'm walking to work.
It's not my fault the fucker had a weapon.
So Ty, what happens for me when I walk to work and I see that shit?
Run as fast as you can.
And I hope he's not the gingerbread man.
That was the dumbest fucking dad joke I've ever heard you say. Oh my god!
Right. With that, we're getting off because we can't fucking handle Alex.
No, but like, wait, hold on. I fucking like. I forgot what we were talking about. Hold on.
The Witch Cave.
Something that disproved me.
Yeah, like it sounds like you just want to go to a place that you can like irrefutably prove everything.
But I also want to go to a place that is notorious for paranormal activity.
That's what I was gonna say. Thank you. So like places like the Queen Mary and the Clown Hotel, like I can't take seriously just because like now they're like tourist attraction scares. And I know like the Queen Mary has like staged spooks for like at the very least October for like their scary mazes and shit. I just don't know that I would be able to believe that something I'm seeing is not what I'm supposed to be seeing.
The Waverly Hills Sanitarium. That's the one I want to go to.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that's got the fucking body chute where they would just throw dead bodies down to the basement to be cremated.
500 likes and we'll put Tide down it.
I'll do it.
No, you will die from a broken fucking neck.
I just crawl my way back up. Ty, why are you crawling? Did you get attacked by ghosts? No, I shattered my fucking knees at the bottom. I can't walk.
Ty gets stuck in the middle of the chute.
I've been screaming help for hours down there. What the fuck were you guys doing? We just thought you were experiencing paranormal activity. We thought you were getting attacked. Yeah, my bones are shattered. Help me. I need to go to the hospital.
We got scared. We didn't want to go
But we don't have any proof yet. I don't care.
Fuck your proof. I need legs.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. That one I've seen a lot of things about. I've read a lot about pretty much any famously haunted sanitarium asylum, because they all have really dark, fucked up pasts that there just has to, if anywhere in the world is haunted, it's got to be a place like that.
Well, especially because asylums did some fucked up medical practices back in the day, like lobotomies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was just an excuse to fucking experiment on humans, honestly. Like, there was little of it was scientifically like.
Well, and it's fucked because like you put someone like me, you, and Ty, who, like even ADHD was a fucking mental illness back then.
Being super horny was a mental illness back then.
Being autistic, I would have got a lobotomy.
No, they just would have executed you.
No, like anything was a mental illness.
Yeah.
Like if you were just slightly too loud, mental illness. Like
yeah. If you didn't believe in God,
they just didn't want to deal with you.
Yeah. There were
like,
people
that was the fucked up part, especially for women.
Yeah, a lot of women.
Like, if a husband just didn't want to deal with his wife, he'd just drop him off at the insane asylum and be like, she was fucking lunatic. She wouldn't cook me dinner.
She's hysterical. We need to get this taken care of. And then never deal with her again because now she's got a full frontal lobotomy. And
then they send her back like that.
Yeah. Drooling all over the place.
It's very sad.
Walk.
Very.
I'm making jokes about it, but it is very sad. It was a really dark time. But hey, the roaring 20s.
Oh, yeah. But with that, I think we conclude our Nightmare Nights. Oh, I think it was Nightmare Nights,
Episode
right?
1.
Yes, Nightmare Nights.
Were we calling it Nightmare Nights?
Nightmare Nights.
Nightmare.
C.
Nightmare Nights, yeah. That was Nightmare Nights, episode 1. We got 4 more, I think. There's 4 weeks in October.
Yes.
Maybe. Maybe we'll do like a bonus episode on Halloween. Yeah. We'll release an episode on Halloween too.
Let's go.
Let us know in the comments what you want to hear, what you want to see, what you want these to be. We're still kind of figuring out as we go. It's our first year doing it.
Yeah. If we get enough likes, next year we'll record our podcast we'll record an episode in a haunted place.
Ooh, in a haunted location? I'm down. Let's do it.
That'd be so sick.
Let's do it. We're just joking around. One of us gets fucking possessed. Just, hello, Ty.
I'm here to blast your booty hole, as Hunter would say. Oh my god!
How does he know? Alex, stop. This isn't funny. Alex isn't here right now.
I'm gonna titty fuck you, Ty. No!
We hope you had a good spooky shit.
Spooky dookie.
Spoopy doopy.
Spooky
We hope you had a very spooky dookie.
Lots of skull pizza? Yeah, because afterwards I'm gonna have a spooky dookie.
Oh, we hope you had a good spooky dookie, a good spooky drive to work, wherever you're listening. Fuck it, wherever you're listening to it.
Yeah.
Getting booty blasted by a ghost.
Hey, hold on. Stop, Mr. Ghost. I got to turn on this episode of Why Are We Like That? Okay,
It really sets the mood. When we do our scary story readings, we gotta just like talk really low and very soft. Set the mood.
No, because now I'm just uncomfortable.
Good.
Just have an entire episode of Hunter screeching.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Let us know what you want to hear. And let us what's the question of the day? Hold on, we didn't do a question of the day.
What's your favorite horror movie?
What is your horror movie recommendation?
Yes.
For me, who has never
For
seen
anyone.
horror.
No, anyone, because there's scary movies I easily haven't seen.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys. You guys have a great day and a great night, and happy Spooktober.
Bye.